Hey guys, how are you doing? It's been a while since I did a live stream, so I feel like I'm on a first date. It is 12 p.m. Is it? Oh, it's Thursday in California. Agnes, Lai, V, Soyeon, what's up? How are you guys doing? So, Lana, Rin, Savage, Maya, Meher, Adi, Agnes, everybody, thank you so much for joining. I want to respond to all your comments as much as I can. There will be times I might miss your comment while I'm answering someone else's question or whatnot. So, there's only one of me here, but I'm going to try my best to give you guys all attention. So, don't be hurt if I don't answer your question or say hi to you, okay? Please. Please, it'll hurt me if you feel hurt. So, okay, let me see. I see people from, I believe, Europe. There's someone called Dirty Mochi. uh, one of the one of the commonly asked questions is what I use for my for filming. So I'm gonna be answering that. Someone just asked me. Where did that question go? Where do you live? I'm born and raised in San Jose. So NorCal, Northern California. I Let me see. There's another question. Crystal Presenta asks, "Hello, what's your biggest fear?" I used to have a huge fear of spiders, but in California, the spiders are like this big, and when I went to Bali, the spiders like this big when their legs are spread out. So I was like, you know what? I'm not as scared of spiders in California, but my biggest fear in Bali is spiders. My biggest fear in California would be cars, because people driving crazy. There's a lot of traffic in LA. There's a lot of traffic driving from San Jose to San Francisco. So I would say cars and just people. People behind the wheel can be one of my biggest fears. A lot of people drinking and driving. Lots of questions come in here. If you really, really want your question answered, please just keep asking it. Okay? Let me see. Nazareth Carbozian asks, why do you like traveling? Traveling, in the beginning when I first traveled, I didn't really like trying to adjust to a new time zone, but when you travel, you learn about different lifestyles and different ways of thinking, and you meet different types of people, and your mind becomes more tolerant, right? You become more tolerant of different kind of people and just a more understanding. So that is one of the biggest things I like about travel, aside from trying different food. Dan TVII asks, how do you stay so positive? Staying positive is not always an easy task. It's easier said than done. It is a maintenance thing because, there are times I'm gonna feel down, physically. Like, as a female, we get our periods, right? Sometimes that will bring emotional roller coasters. I know for the males, you might be like, ew, periods, but like there's a physical thing going on too. When you on your period, for example, your mood swing will be like boo, like that, right? Not every girl's like this, but I'm one of those girls who have major mood swings on my period. So there's that. And then, but for the other times, how do you stay positive? Every day you have to just smile at yourself in the mirror and you just tell yourself positive things, and you just do your best, right? Just do your best to think positive. Okay, lots of questions. I'm gonna try to answer shorter and then more questions and give as many people as attention. Let me see. Someone was asking, how old is Mommy O Midoro Gurin? When it comes to age stuff, I'll let you know what my age is. I'm 29. I'm gonna turn 30 soon. But when it comes to Mommy O's age, I'm gonna have to ask for her permission. I'm pretty sure she'll be okay, but I'm gonna have to ask. Just, that's like, if it's like my personal information, then I will share and whatnot. But if it's someone else's information, maybe not so much. Sims Rock 99, favorite subject in school. I think one of my favorite subjects was math. I graduated from high school many, many years ago in 2006. But back then I really enjoyed math, art as well. Science, not so much. I tried to like science, but sometimes I just couldn't understand some of the theories. I'm just like, my brain cells are going crazy because I just don't understand some of those theories. Okay. Brooklyn, the unicorn farppuccino asks, Mina, have you ever dreamed of being a K-pop star? In high school, I was super into K-pop, and I actually sent in a videotape, audition tape to JYP and SM. Yeah, but I mean, these days my favorite entertainment company is YG. So if I was in high school right now, I'd probably want to audition for YG. But it's hard work. I don't think it's for everybody. Like whatever job you want to get into, it's not for every single person, right? So I'm happier personally being a YouTuber than a K-pop star. The K-pop star lifestyle in its own way is crazy busy. Yeah. Okay, next question. Cool, Fox Girl, what is your favorite thing to do? My favorite thing to do is to actually, like, when I film, I eat. But when I'm not filming, I like to meditate and I like to work out. And working out, like, you feel good. You make a lot of endorphins. And I actually like waking up the next morning with a soreness all over my body. And it feels like I feel alive when I feel that sore after a good workout. Galactic Acorn asks, would you travel to North Korea? I would, but I wouldn't. So if like some people, I think, I don't know about now, but last time I checked, the US citizens can visit North Korea. South Korean citizens cannot visit North Korea. The thing is, I made some videos about North Korea, kind of relaying information from books I read, and it didn't shed the best light of North Korea. It was more of a truthful version. So if you say anything bad about North Korea and you visit North Korea, there is a chance that you might go to jail or something might happen to you. So I don't want to risk that. So if I have never made any videos about North Korea or said anything, like left a digital footprint saying anything bad about North Korea, like even if I would say something objective about North Korea, inherently it might be a negative thing. So anyhow, at this point in my life, I wouldn't go to North Korea. And also, if you go to North Korea, it's not necessarily a truthful experience. I read that if you go to Pyongyang, for example, the capital of North Korea, that it's very sterilized. So what I mean by that is, if you're handicapped or you're starving, you would be taken out of the capital, and then the tourists will go where the North Koreans look the healthiest and happiest. All right, Jamekia Chandler asks how old you are. How old are? I'm guessing you're asking how old I am. I'm almost 30. Let's see. Oh, okay, let me change my arm. I've been working out, but I still need to work out my arm a little bit more to hold this iPhone up. Okay. Aaron Shahira, what's your thoughts about Malaysia? My thought is I gotta go visit there soon. Let's see. Victoria Hodges asks, have you received your YouTube plague for reaching 100K subbies? I think you're meant to write plaque, but it's kind of funny, plague. Actually, if you want to get the plaque, you have to apply for it, and I didn't apply for that one yet. I applied, I got my Sweet and Tasty TV channel plaque, and it takes up a lot of space, and it's quite heavy. And I'm trying to minimalize my life. I'm donating a bunch of stuff every week to Goodwill. So I don't want to get a plaque. If I reach 1 million subscribers, if and when, then I'll get a plaque for that, for both my channels. All right, next question. Easter trick? Essa trick? Ever been to Finland yet? I will one day. I haven't yet. Sanjay Ramji asks, any trips to India? I haven't, but I will. Okay. Razzleberry28, do you have any desire to visit Japan? I will be visiting Japan this December. It'll be my first time there, and I'll turn 30 there. So it's gonna be exciting. I'm gonna be celebrating with another YouTuber friend. You're gonna have to tune in to find out who that is. Let's see. ASMR Pinecone asks, any tip for blogging in public? You know, there'll be times you will get shy when you vlog, when you film yourself in public. You gotta tell yourself, just don't be shy. You just get into it. Just push that record button and go for it before you feel shy. Or when you start feeling shy, push that record button ASAP. Let me see. Trung Trung asks, what's your nationality, please? Tell it, I'm Vietnamese, please. I'm Korean by blood, but I'm born and raised in America. Ashutosh Singh says, I am Gordon Ramsay. Okay, if you're Gordon Ramsay, please send me your best dish that you've cooked ever to my P.O. box. And let's see, Hope Scott Wilson asks, where else will you travel to in winter? So I told you I'm going to go to Japan. I'm going to go to Korea. And before December, I'm going to visit Singapore as well. My birthday twinsy, you might have seen her before in my previous videos, Nadia Vega. We have the same birthday. Well, we're apart by like 1 day or a couple hours, but we're born the same year, same month, almost the same day. We're going to celebrate our 30th birthday together in Singapore. And then, let's see. Next question. Ringe Cheshire asks, where do you not want to travel to? Anywhere that is not safe. Like if there's like a lot of military and political presence, probably that's not the safest place to go. So anywhere that's like not too safe. Also, like the thing is, you have to consider I'm a female, and if I'm a male, then I might look stronger and I might be able to like, if you look stronger, people will pick on you less, right? So I would not go to a country where, you know, women's rights are not as set. Or if I have like a bodyguard or someone to show me around the area, then I might still consider going to that country. Ranjita Sharma asks, how do you maintain your weight? Now you see, like when I film travel videos, I eat a lot of different kinds of food, whether it's, even if it's fried or even if it's like a lot of food, right? But when I'm not filming, when I'm at home, I eat vegetables. You know, like I will still eat some chicken or like some yogurt, but largely I eat a plant-based diet at home. So that, like diet, is a way to stay slim, as well as sleep. Sleep is so important. If you're not sleeping enough, then you're gonna, you know, like you're gonna crave like not as healthy foods and you want to eat more. So I don't always get the best sleep, but I'm always working on it. You know, you gotta shut off your technology by 9 p.m., start making that melatonin. But to be honest, I don't always shut off my technology by 9 p.m., but I do try my best. Also, working out. Working out is good. It's good for your body. Okay, next question. D-Toy asks, are you transgender? Do I look like a man to you? I mean, that's fine. I don't mind looking androgynous. But from what I know, I've been a female my whole life. Maybe there's a secret about myself I don't even know. Who knows? So, there are some common questions I got beforehand. So Gem Panda asks, how do you save money to travel? I answered this question a couple times, so I'm going to just answer this one briefly. I stopped partying. Like, a lot of my friends, they live in SF, San Francisco, and they're like, come party with us, come drink with us. But, you know, like, driving there costs money. Parking could be very expensive in SF. And drinking and, like, hanging out in SF is also not that cheap. So I just stopped partying in SF and, like, just saying no to hanging out, like, concerts and things like that. I stopped going. That could burn some bridges. Some friends get a little bit sensitive about that. But, you know, like, if you have your travel goals, if you have financial goals and travel goals, you're going to make your necessary sacrifices. Also, what I did was I took up on more photography gigs and made more money to travel that way. And also, like, if you go to 5-star places, then your money's gonna run out fast. If you go to hostels, then your money will go a longer, like further, right? So there's that. D Toy, who asked what's your full name? What is your full name? My full name is Mina Oh. Simple. My Korean name is Oh Mina, 3 syllables. Traditionally Koreans have 3-syllable names. So yeah, so Oh Mina, that's mine. All right. Ooh, my arm is falling asleep. Let me kind of stretch it a little bit. Next question. Hanan Saf asks, do you ever get sick when you travel? Yes, I've gotten sick many times, one too many times. When you travel, for example, in America, like in Los Angeles or like San Jose, the main public transportation is driving, right? But in Asia, like Seoul, Singapore, the main transportation is public transportation. A lot of people take the metro and the subway. You become more exposed to people, which means if the people are sick, then higher chance of you getting sick. So I think because of that, I've gotten sick a couple times while traveling. And Seshi S, yes, that dengue fever. I also got dengue fever because I got bitten by mosquitoes in Cambodia. So yeah, like the more you travel, the more likely I would say you're gonna get sick, especially if you travel, like you go to different countries often, because when you go into a different time zone, your body's not used to that either. But I still like to travel nonetheless. So when I'm traveling, always get traveler's insurance. Be sure about that. Next question. What's your Bams asks, what's your workout routine? My main thing to do is using the ellipticals, cardio. And while I'm doing the ellipticals, you move your arm and then you move your legs. I like to watch the TV, or I like to close my eyes and meditate, or I listen to a podcast. Rita Nagy asked, have you been to Europe? Yes. Baba Pilitati asked, have you been to New Zealand? No, but it is in the works. I don't know when I'll go to New Zealand. Maybe next year, maybe 2 years, maybe 3 years. We'll see. Let me see. Lots of questions. Let's see. Gabe Santiago, how are you doing? Are you fully recovered from dengue fever? I believe I am. Like when I got dengue fever, I was recovering it. You guys might know I love nuts. I love eating almonds. I love eating cashews. And sometimes I overdose on almonds. But when I had dengue fever and I was recovering in the early stages, whenever I had almonds, I would feel indigestion and I would feel like kind of nauseous. So certain foods you have to avoid. But now I could eat all my almonds and all kinds of foods again. So I believe I am done with dengue fever. If you guys don't know what dengue fever is, it is something that you could get from mosquito bites. And your skin could shed and you get fever. And I was bedridden for like 40 hours. I was just in bed for 40 hours, except for like a couple restroom breaks. And I was hallucinating. That was very interesting too. I'm gonna make a dengue fever video. I actually filmed myself when I had dengue fever, and then I'm gonna talk about the recovery as well. Okay, next question. Midoro Gurin. I think did I answer your question before? I'm gonna try to answer questions I didn't answer yet. But anyways, like favorite anime. I enjoy a lot of different anime. I did enjoy, what is it? The Titans? It's like these big giants eating people. Pretty nasty, but still liked it for whatever reason. Next question. Jada Robinson, do you believe in rights for LGBT people? Yes. Everyone, you have the right to love who you want. I know another question is, people ask me, are you bi? Are you lesbian? And whatnot. I'm straight, but I support LGBT. And I have gay friends, lesbian friends, and they're really good people. People with very good hearts. So why why would people say that's not right to love who you want to love? Next question, Tanya Jacome. You asked this a couple times, so I'm gonna answer it. Do you get scared traveling alone? Usually, I don't. Usually, I'm not scared of traveling alone. You should be careful. Like some countries, like Singapore, you could walk around 3 a.m. in the morning and it still feels safe. Other countries, you don't want to be walking around at night at 9 p.m. Like Los Angeles, you don't want to be walking in the downtown area by yourself 9 p.m. Okay, so yeah, like it's you just need to be careful. Next question. Jurassic Kim, have you ever been homesick? In my latest travels, I don't get homesick easily. But when I first moved to LA for college, that is when I got the epitome of homesickness. And I had 2 dark years. The first 2 years of college, it was a dark time for me because I was so homesick. But after that, I adapted to my new environment. And after that, I never felt super homesick. Because everywhere starts to feel like home once you adapt to it. And you make friends everywhere you go. And, sure, there's different cultures, but in the end, all of us human beings, we have similar things. We have things in common. We all breathe the same air, we walk the same land, and we all have to eat. We're all trying to enjoy our life. We all want to be happy. We have a lot of things in common that way. So wherever you go in the world, in a way, it feels like home. Many places many places around the world will feel like home. I don't want to say everywhere though, but you can make anywhere feel like home by adapting to it. Next question. Honey Mavs, any plans to visit Philippines, Manila, Cebu, Boracay, Palawan? Yes, I do have plans to visit there, but I'm not sure exactly when. A lot of people have been asking me to film in Philippines, so I do want to go there, and I do want to try the foods out there. Next question. Next question, Carson. Hi, Mina. Have you ever tried Brazilian food? XOXO. Yes, I did. How can I become less overly attached to others? Perhaps you could take up on a hobby. I'm not sure what your interests are, but let's say you are super into sewing. So maybe you start, delving more into sewing. Or like maybe you're into gardening. If you start delving into gardening and just like focus on something else instead of other people, maybe that will help you become less attached to others. It's not necessarily a bad thing to be attached. If you care for people, that caring for people is important. You don't want to become so unattached to people that you become like, you don't feel for people anymore. Having a little bit of attachment is okay. But if you think about people all the time and you feel like you're not getting enough attention from other people, then maybe you should put your attention on something else, like the hobbies or your career, Everything is about balance. Next question. Monkeys are mean. Asks, what's your favorite movie? Oh, I have a lot of favorite movies. Recently I watched Groundhog's Day. That is awesome. Bill Murray. Bill Murray is my spirit animal. But Madonna is also my spirit animal. Anything Bill Murray is in, I really enjoy. His sense of humor is like, he pulls off jokes like with a face like this. I don't remember Bill Murray. I don't think he rarely cracks up at his own jokes. I think that's what I like about him. He also appeared in Zombieland. Anything with zombies, I really enjoy. Next question. Cool Fox Girl, what is your favorite animal? Bunnies. I really like bunnies. Bunnies? Tigers are cool too. Hippos are cool too. Kangaroos are cool too. Every animal is pretty cool, but I particularly like bunnies. Next question. Next question. Okay, hold on. My arm is falling asleep by holding this phone. So let me stretch it a little bit. You know what? I'm getting hungry, so let's have a piece of chip. And I'm gonna answer a very commonly asked question. What camera do you use to film? You guys, let us take a moment of silence to enjoy the crisps. Oop, a piece one right here. Next question. Venus Marinas asks, do you work out on a daily basis? I try to work out, but I have my rest days. You know what? I get lazy too. But before I start having second thoughts about going to the gym, I try to get to the gym. You know, when it's hot, it's easy for me to go to the gym. I just want to get out of the house. I want to go to AC. But when it's cold, that is when I want to just stay at home and not go to the gym. So I typically, like, these are the chips I'm eating. It has amaranth in it. Crunch. Okay, question. David Cotta asks, have you ever considered writing a travel book? Definitely. Many times I've been wanting to write a book. You know, I have a lot of different ideas for different books. But right now I'm focused on YouTube videos. And just, you know, it's hard to make a lot of time, free time, you know? That could be excuse, but Ian M, 5 pounds. Hello, my little chickmunk. Thank you so much for sending in some bling bling. Here's a crunch for you. Wait, what was the question I was answering before? Oh yes, yeah, I will write a book. I promise you. I can't promise you when, but I promise I will write a book. I have an idea for a zombie book as well. It's like I want to make a zombie book, but I also want to make a book on my travels. So I'm like, which one do I do first? You know, if I start writing many books at the same time, it's going to take forever to finish a book. But if I focus on one book at a time, then the first book might come out faster. At the same time though, like I feel like if I write a book too fast, the quality may drop. Some of the greatest novels took 10 years to write, you know, because it takes like revision after revision, and with every revision, the book gets better, the plot gets better. Yeah, so old school man 187, 1 pound. Thank you. Let me give you a crunch. Next question. Oh man, okay, some of your comments, I'm trying to read all of them, but it's hard for me because there's a lot of comments popping up. So sometimes, you know, okay, if I missed your comment or question, you could also write to me on Twitter or Instagram. Okay, Phil Granada, $2. 사랑해. 사랑해 means I love you in Korean. Here's a crunch for you. So if there's like a question or comment that I didn't address and you really want a reply, please write to me on Twitter or Instagram. If it's on Instagram, please put it on the newest post, because the older post, like, it doesn't show me all the notification for that. Let's see. Next question. Ilnoral asks, any paranormal activities? Yes, I experienced supernatural things before, and Halloween is just around the corner, so I could go super detailed into ghost stories. I've heard things before. I've heard something call my name. There was this day I went to the Winchester Mystery House. It's a mansion. And they say like there are spirits in there, and sometimes the spirits will follow you home. But I didn't believe that. I was in 5th grade at that time, but I didn't get scared after the mansion tour. Haunted. Like, they say it's not haunted, but some people say it's haunted. I don't know, but anyhow, like, I went to that mansion, and at nighttime when I went to bed, I heard something call my name. I don't like to believe in ghosts, but I cannot deny what I experienced. I also heard dinosaurs. I think they were ghost dinosaurs. I heard some weird things when I was young. Next question. Ren Cheshire asks, any scary experiences while traveling? I heard this, I think you were writing this question many, many times, so I'm gonna answer that. There definitely have been times I have been scared. Usually I would get scared when I am traveling late at night. Well, I don't like to arrive at airports late at night. I like to arrive in any country. I like to arrive in the morning or in the early afternoon, because if I arrive somewhere late at night and I have to walk around to find a hotel or find my Airbnb, I feel kind of vulnerable. I like, like, people might be able to steal your stuff or whatnot. I mean, there's bad things going on not only at the nighttime but at the daytime too. But wait a second, there's like pornographic users here. How do I anything like pornographic, I'm gonna ban you guys from this chat. I'm sorry. Okay. So, it's getting hot here. It's been warm this week in San Jose area. Okay, next question. Amani648 asks, how many times did you eat live octopus? I believe I had live octopus 3 times. 2 times I filmed it. It doesn't really taste like much, to be honest. Live octopus is about the theatrical value. It's because it moves the nerve. Like, even when you cut the live octopus, it's like they take the brain out first and then they cut the legs and stuff, and it moves because of the nerves. It's not actually alive at that point, but it moves, and I think that's what intrigues people. If it did not move, people would probably eat it less. There's not much flavor to it, to be honest, so that's why I don't really eat it on a regular basis. Let's see. Next question. Like right now, I'm at my family friend's house. They're on vacation right now, so my mom and I are house sitting for them, and we just stop by once in a while. Yeah, so this is why I have a different background than I normally would. All right, next question. ASMR Pinecone, any plans for Scotland? I will go to Europe. I'm planning to go to Europe next year. I really want to take my mom to France. My mom majored in French literature in college, but she's never been to France. And I've been to Paris 2 times, and I'm like, how come I went to Paris 2 times, but my mother, the person who studied French literature, didn't go to France yet? That's why I will take my mom to France next year, and I'm gonna vlog it. Let's see. T.I. James says, you need to visit Miami someday. I think you're right. I think you're right about that. Mohammed Usaf, have you eaten blue waffle? Are we talking about a literal blue waffle, or is this some kind of does blue waffle mean something else? If we're talking about literal blue waffles, no, I have not eaten a blue waffle. Do you put like a food dye in that? Next question. Oh man, I'm getting hungry. Let's have a crisp. Man, everything tastes so delicious when you're hungry. Steffi Ani asks, do you have a regular job outside YT? I think when you say regular job, I think you're talking about 9 to 5. YouTube is my 9 to 5 right now. Sometimes it's 9 to 9. I work on the weekends too. I edit videos on the weekends. I film on the weekends. I enjoy doing YouTube, so no problem. Like as a side job, I do photography gigs for restaurants, and I also do. I used to do work at a startup as well, but these days YouTube is my full time. Sophie G, how do you deal with rude people? You know what? Sometimes it's not about you. Rude people just being rude because maybe something is annoying them. Or, like if they didn't get annoyed, maybe they would be less rude. If they weren't as offended, maybe they would be less rude. So, just whatever people say, just don't take it too personally. I mean, of course, sometimes what you say can lead to other people being rude to you. But if you know that you weren't being rude, you know that you didn't say anything to be offensive, then it's on them. Next question. Where is it? Hey, 35 asks, what's the craziest thing that happened while you were traveling? You know what? I can't remember all the crazy things, every single crazy thing that happened off the top of my head right now. However, one of the most memorable things that happened when I was in Cambodia was I was at the Angkor Wat, the temple in, what is that area called? Not Phnom Penh, Siem Reap. So Siem Reap is 40 minutes-ish away from the temples, and I met someone. I asked someone to take a photo for me at the Angkor Wat. But the next day, I flew to Phnom Penh, another city in Cambodia, and I walked outside of my hotel, and guess who I saw? The same guy I asked to take a photo for me at the Angkor Wat. And what happened was, him and his partner, they invited me to visit some tourist places in Cambodia, so we hung out for the rest of the day. So it's a nice coincidence. I met the guy in another city the day before, and then I met him again in another city. It's like, wow, that was a beautiful coincidence. He was actually Vietnamese by blood, but from France. Next question. Jackie Harris asks, what kind of books do you like to read? I love books that put me in I like books that are like put you in a good mood. And I also like reading about biographies and autobiographies. There's a common thread. All the successful people, all the people that a lot of the people that you draw inspiration from. For example, like let's say Oprah, or even who else is there? Shah Rukh Khan. Like all these people you read autobiographies and biographies of. There's something similar they have it in common. Although, they had a dream, but although no matter how many things got in their way, they endured. They kept on trying to get to their dream. And because of their perseverance, they became successful. Now success means different things to different people, but like whatever you want to become successful in, don't give up, okay? Now, if your dream is to become number one leader in the world, okay? Sure, if you put your mind on it, I'm sure it could happen. But if you try to be number one of something, like the best, it can make you unhappy because you can never be the best. Someone else is always going to be better somehow, right? So you just have to be the best of yourself. Next question. Oh, my lips are a little bit dry, a little bit chapped. I changed chapsticks and I think I'm allergic to it. Anyhow, next question. Suda Nair, if you were allowed to eat one food for the rest of your life, what would that be? One food for the rest of my life. In terms of flavor, it'll be cow soy. But in terms of health, in terms of what, like a dish or an ingredient. If it's one ingredient, maybe it's just kale, right? But if it's like one dish, healthy dish, salads. like a chicken salad or something with a little bit of protein in there. Dish. Yeah, chicken salad. In terms of flavor, khao soi. Khao soi is a Thai dish, Thai noodle dish. Oh, it's so good. Just thinking about it makes me go goo goo gaga. Next question. Car Perez. Hello, Mina. Are you scared of roller coasters? Heart, 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 heart. No, I'm not scared of roller coasters. And yeah, roller coasters could be a lot of fun. But when you ride roller coasters, make sure you tie your hair, because I read a long time ago, but maybe 10 years ago, there was a girl in Korea. She didn't tie her hair. She had long hair. It got stuck in the roller coaster, and when the roller coaster went really fast, like I think it's like a Top Gun one where it's like it goes down fast, her hair got stuck and it pulled off all her hair and some skin. And like her boyfriend was next to her and he saw like blood, like her skin. Oh, that's a horror story right there. A real life horror story. So make sure you tie your hair when you ride roller coasters. Okay, be careful, especially the longer your hair. Joseph Pinkston! What is your favorite type of cheese? Any cheese that doesn't make me fart. I am lactose intolerant, so some cheeses are so tasty, but fartlicious. Next question. How old are you? Vanessa May. You guys, I'm almost 30. Almost 30. I'm hungry, so let's have a crunch. Midoro Gurun. Favorite country? I don't have a favorite country. No, every country is my favorite in a way. Every country has something beautiful to experience. And there's beautiful people in every country. Every country is beautiful. Now, some countries might have amazing food, but terrible air pollution. Other countries might have really great air quality, but bland food. You know what I mean? So every country has its good things. Let's see. Another crisp, you guys. I Like Pizza says every country except for North Korea. I would like to visit North Korea, to be honest, because South and North Korea used to be together. And my grandparents are not alive today, but not my I only have one grandmother who is alive today, and she lived through the Korean War. And I still have some family who got stuck in North Korea, but we lost contact with them, so I don't even know if they're alive anymore. But we still have relations to North Korea family-wise. So I would like to visit North Korea. It's just probably not politically the safest place. Next question. Sheely, which country are you going to next? I'm probably going to go to Singapore is probably the next country I'm going to. But I might visit another country in between Singapore because there's a layover. I'm going to have a layover somewhere before, like from San Francisco to Singapore. I likely will have a layover in either Korea, Japan, Taiwan, or Hong Kong. I'm trying to decide right now. Not sure yet. But the layover will be short, wherever it is. Okay, I'm not frozen. I was just pausing there for a second. Next question. Some questions I already answered, but you guys still asking me for some reason. Favorite color, ASMR Pinecone. My favorite color is plaid. My second favorite color is orange. Next question. You guys, this is a 1 hour live stream Q&A session. So we have about 15 more minutes left. I still need to answer your question about what camera I use for my videos. So when I was in Asia, I filmed with this camera, Canon G7X. This is the Mark I. There's a newer model out right now. After this live stream is done, I will put the links to this camera and the other camera so you can check it out if you're interested in vlogging. For voiceover, sometimes I'll just use my iPhone to record my voiceover directly. And so other times I might use this microphone. Usually I don't use this microphone though. This little guy right here, lavalier. Yeah, so I like, I keep it light usually. Next question. Lorna Enzung. 언니, what's the best place to be in Korea? 사랑해 언니. Flower, flower, rose, rose. Best place. It's hard for me to tell because what is your meaning of best? Like, depending on the season too. Korea has 4 distinct seasons. Now, Seoul has a lot of action going on 24/7. Lots of great places for food. Busan, I recommend going during the summertime. Jeju Island is at the south of South Korea. I also recommend you go there in the spring, autumn, or even summer. There's Hallasan there. You want to climb that mountain when you go to Jeju Island. So when you go during the winter, it could be snowy. It's not the safest time to go hiking. You might slip. So yeah, like if you go to Korea, I recommend autumn. And if you love the city life, go to Seoul. If you love the beach, go to Busan. Next question. Next question. Kawaii Carrot asks, favorite movie. I already answered this question, but another one of my favorite movies. I could make a supplementary answer to this. I like films by Kim Gi-duk. He's a Korean director, and I also like films by Lee Chang-dong. There's a movie called Oasis, and it's like the opposite of a Disney film. It's a bit mature, but I like Oasis by Kim Gi-duk because that feels more like a authentic love story to me than a Disney film. Disney films always has a cute guy, cute girl falling in love and happily ever after, but in Kim Gi-duk's Lee Chang-dong's Oasis, that's a love story based on like people falling in love because they're compatible, that they understand each other, and they have their flaws. They love each other regardless of the flaws. And in some ways, they love each other because of the flaws. Heen Chan asks, what did you eat today? I ate about 10 of these crisps. This is my last one. And then I also had a bunch of vegetables. I had green beans, carrots, kale. Yeah. Aaron Delphin asks, what app or program do you use to edit your vlogs? I use Final Cut Pro. A lot of people have been using Premiere Pro, but I use Final Cut. Oh, no, not Final Cut Pro. It's a Final Cut. Wait, is it Final Cut Pro? Wait, it is Final Cut. I'll just keep it simple. It's Final Cut. Final Cut. Okay. Oh, it's getting hot. Whew, it's hot. Whew. Cindy Melissa asks, have you tried baladas? I don't think I did. I don't know what that is. Elijah Lebejou asks, does this crisp taste like a hurricane or like a sunset? It tastes more like autumn. Like how leaves get crunchy during the autumn? And it tastes a little bit earthy. It tastes like that. Greasy and Louisville asks, do you get sponsored to travel? Sometimes I do, but not all the time. Have you been to San Gabriel Valley in Southern California? I have. I've been to San Gabriel, although I can't pronounce it. I haven't been there much, but I have been there. There's a little fly. Sponsored trips are awesome because you don't have to pay money for the accommodation or hotel, right? But I like to book my own travel as well. There's something more down to earth about that. Everything has its pros and cons. Okay, next question. X shot. Hi, Mina. How are you? Or where are you? I am in San Jose, California. Venus Marinas asks, where and when will be your next travel adventure? November, just around the corner. There's a lot of things for me to do before I head back out to Asia. I gotta edit a lot of videos in advance, which is, it's a little tough to edit a lot of videos in a week because physically it's tough to sit down all day, and there's a certain number of hours like I sit down. Like if I edit too much or I stare at the computer too much, I start getting bloodshot eyes. So I have to space out my editing time and my computer time. So that's the challenge. San Hetiarachichi asks, fave TV program, please answer. I don't watch much TV these days. I've been watching zombie shows. You know, Z Nation? They started their 4th season, so I've been watching that. And when I watch zombie films or zombie shows, I really want to exercise more. You know, I want to be prepared for the post-apocalypse or apocalypse. Not that it's guaranteed it's going to happen, but I work out more when I watch zombie films. It's one of the things that motivates me to work out. You know, I watched Walking Dead, but it's too serious. What I like about Z Nation is it has some humor in there, and I really love the characters. Doc, he's like a comedy relief. Harley Zenger asks, are you Sweet and Tasty TV? Please, 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 please answer. Yes, I'm Sweet and Tasty TV. Sweet and Tasty TV is the channel I started about 10 years ago. But this is my newer channel, Miss Mina, and I focus, like, Sweet and Tasty TV is all about Korea. This channel is about world food and travel outside of Korea. Some of your questions I already asked. Alboroto Ortega asks, what is your favorite food? Please answer. My favorite food is the one I'm eating. You know, my favorite food. Oh, I love dim sum. Xiaolong bao is amazing. But so is khao soi is pretty amazing too. You know? Yeah, so there's a lot of favorite foods out there. And you know what? There are a bunch of foods still waiting to be discovered. You know? Like, how many of us actually get to eat all the foods around the world before we graduate from this life? You know? Actually, one of my life goals is to visit every country and try every type of food. And then, you know, like, the thing is, you might have a favorite dish today, your favorite food today, but in 10 years, your taste buds might change, and your favorite foods might change. You know? So, all right, about 7 more minutes before I end this live chat. I was actually in the middle of filming a meal prepping video, but I had to take a break and then do this live stream. Also, I just finished the cooking part, but I was letting the food cool down. So, yeah. Amani648 asks, why do you love coconuts so much? You know, I first fell in love with coconuts because every time I have a sip of the coconut, the baby young coconut, it feels like I'm in another country. You know, when you have a sweet coconut and you close your eyes, oh, I imagine myself like in a tropical island, you know, and I feel like I'm on vacation. That's why I first fell in love with coconuts, but now I just enjoy the flavor. Next question is from Irisari. Mina, what is your major in college, university? I went to an art college and I majored in architecture. But now I'm not doing architecture. Yeah, some people could say like, oh, your career is not in, like, your career is no longer in what you studied for. But, you know, it's not a waste. Whatever you learn today, you could apply for something tomorrow. So what I learned in architecture, I'm applying to YouTube right now. And like, for example, I learned how to use a lot of different kind of programs when I was in architecture, and that helped me learn how to edit as well. Next question. I'm gonna answer 2 more questions, and then I'm gonna say goodbye. Okay? So, let's see. There's some funny comments here. Okay, Mayad2147. Love your pearly white. I think you're talking about my teeth. Please, what lippy? I'm not wearing any lipstick right now. You're wondering what kind of lipstick I'm wearing. I'm not wearing anything right now. I use chapstick that is no color. The other day I tried a new chapstick. And then I got an allergic reaction. And I think this allergic reaction made my lips more pink. So the chapstick was like some kind of coconut balm. And the color is allergic reaction. Last question. Actually, I could squeeze in 2 more questions. Okay, I'm getting some questions I answered earlier. But Christina Nagy, my favorite animal is a bunny. In Korea, we call bunny toki. Devil Ray asks, when is your birthday? December 13. It's a Swedish holiday, I believe. Another question. Hin Chan, what is your favorite fashion item? Blue jeans. Lorna Izang, please bid us good night before you go off. 사랑해. For those of you guys who are watching where it is nighttime, thank you for staying up and watching this live stream. I'm gonna tuck you in. Pretend this is your blanket, okay? I'm gonna tuck you in. If you're about to go to bed, okay, tuck in. And then for those of you, if it's in the morning time for you guys, good morning. Good luck for the rest of the day. Do I love Jungkook Suga? Do you love BTS? I like BTS a lot. I don't know if I love them because love is like I never met them in real life, so it's, I don't know them as a personal, like, face-to-face level, so I don't know love, but loving them as an artist, sure. They're cool. They're talented. Okay, next question. I think I could squeeze in, actually, 1 or 2 more questions. This live stream started off with, like, a lot of comments and a lot of questions, so it was like really hard for me to catch up, but now it's slowed down a little bit so I could give you guys a little bit more attention. Mighty 2 and Tiny 2, are you going to have kids one day? You're so fun. You would be a great mama. You know what? I'm not sure if I will have kids for sure one day. Oh, Joseph Pinkston, thank you, $2. So thank you so much. To your next coconut. Oh, you gave me $2 for my next coconut. Thank you. Yeah, so I may or may not have kids. I don't mind if I don't have kids. I'll be happy to be single. If I have family, then I'll be happy that way too. Like, whether I'm single or have family, I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna always do my thing. I'm gonna keep making videos. Even if I have kids, I think, I might incorporate them into my videos. I might take them with me on my travels. We'll see how things go. Last question. 15 almost 1 hour since our live stream. So, last question. What's our last question? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Okay, well, someone asked, how old are you? Almost 30. I answered that 3 times. But I know somebody's still joining. Favorite furniture? Handmade furniture is amazing, but IKEA is cheaper and it could be decently easy to assemble. But I like to, if I had a bigger budget, I would want to hire, like, people, like craftsmen. Like, I would want to hire people to make my furniture and support that economy. If you buy only commercial things, Like, I want to support artists. As my bank account gets bigger, I want to support more artists and ask them to make me something. I want to ask them to paint me something for my wall, ask them to make my furniture and support that economy as opposed to just buying something from a big brand. Okay, you guys, it has been 1 hour since this live stream started. I hope you guys enjoyed, hanging out, and catch you next time. Another video will be coming up next week on Thursday and Tuesday and Thursday on this channel, Wednesday on Sweet and Tasty TV. See you guys then. Sorry, I brain farted a couple times during this live stream. That's how I normally am anyway, so I guess it's more authentic. All right, see you guys. Have a coconutty day. Oh, I'm gonna eat you. Yum, 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 yum. Bye.